To our special focus this evening on the top political story from Tamil Nadu. Home Minister Amit Shah's comments reiterating that the NDA coalition will form the next government in Tamil Nadu and that the Chief Minister will be from the AIADMK without categorically mentioning opposition leader Edappadi Palanichami's name has led to speculation over the BJP strategy in the state. Tamil Nadu has not had a coalition government, remember, since 1967 when the Dravidian electoral domination began, Vasudha.
That's right, Veera. This friction over BJP's suggestions of a coalition has been simmering for a while now, and the Home Minister in an interview to a regional daily has said, and I quote, the NDA alliance of the BJP and the AIADMK is going to form the government in Tamil Nadu next year. He added that the chief ministerial candidate would be from the AIADMK, but he did not name Edappadi Palanisamy, the party's current general secretary. BJP sources have said that he has made it very clear that it's the AIADMK that will be leading the alliance, and the BJP usually does not go to polls with a CM face when it is in the opposition.
So what's the road ahead for the NDA in the state heading in for the 2026 election? Joining me this evening in a bit, Kovai Satyan of the AIADMK, who has a lot of tough questions to answer, will join. A. Saravanan from the DMK joins us, senior journalist R.K. Radhakrishnan, and political analyst Sriram Seshadri, who's close to the BJP, joins us. Sriram Seshadri, my question to you, given that in Tamil Nadu's history, coalition is not the way an election is carried out, even if you're having a rainbow alliance, is the suggestion of a coalition by the BJP something that could be detrimental and put the AIADMK, your principal ally, on the back foot in the state without a categorical mention of Edappadi Palanichami as the chief ministerial face?
Hey, good evening, Veera. One point I want to make clear is that I went through the entire interview or question and responses from Amit Shah ji, and I never found anywhere he said that the next government, rather chief minister, will be from ADMK without naming. He just said that 2026 NDA will form the government and BJP will be part of it. I think that's all he said, never talked about anywhere in the in that particular question answer responses to the questions that who will be the chief minister, etc. So I don't know where this news is coming from. Of course, since morning, Tamil media has been carrying this news, which probably didn't exist in my humble opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Coming to the important question that you talked about, whether it's going to be a coalition government in 2026 along with the ADMK, it all depends on the result of it. The result, if ADMK gets 118 seats and above, then there is no question of coalition that would arise. But if there is a shortfall, and I believe at this point in time, it is a combination of NDA alone can win against the DMK combined, but not one single party on its own. That is the current assessment. We still have 1 year to the election. Things can change, and then we will talk about it as and when it unfolds. But at this point in time, only a coalition that is going to win the election. And in that case, ADMK will be left with no choice but to form a coalition government, or it can. The negotiations.
You're making an important point. Is that the indication you're getting, Vasudha, in a sense that the BJP's focus is also about building itself, and it's not going to technically play the number 2 role to the AIADMK very quietly, as most national parties have played in Tamil Nadu?
Absolutely. This is about BJP forging its own identity in Tamil Nadu, which is also very important. And it's a home minister that we're talking about who in some ways controls the party. And I don't see him, very clearly saying that it's EPS who's going to be the chief minister. And remember that the BJP, Veera, has not really named a chief minister in any state that it is going to polls for, especially if it is the opposition space. RK, my question to you, how do you see the Home Minister's interview today and also this equation between AIADMK and BJP, because that is going to be critical to the working of this alliance?
Yeah, good evening everyone. Good evening Vasudha, Veera, viewers. I have to correct Sriram Seshadri. Sir, you please look at the DT Next English interview, which is very clearly there is a question which is asked, who will be the chief minister? And Amit Shah ji very clearly says that the chief minister candidate will be from AIADMK. Now, the problem is that there is no follow-up because obviously, we know how these interviews are done. Probably it's an email interview. Probably it was just, a question and answer written by the same person. I wouldn't know. But the point is that there is no follow-up question. If there was a follow-up question, we could have had a very, very clear understanding of if it was meant to be Edappadi Palaniswamy or if the BJP was hedging its bets. Either way, it is not going to help the alliance. The problem is that very clearly, ADMK men in the state are upset. I hope Satyan joins the show sooner than later. And it is very clear, even in the last election, this was the problem. 2021, Veera and Vasudha, you might remember that Annamalai, BJP president, state president at that point of time,
RK?
very clear. Yeah.
RK, I'm really sorry, but I believe the person who has to answer the toughest questions, Kovai Satyan, has finally been able to join us.
I'm
Kovai
yielding.
Satyan,
I'm yielding.
I wanted
I'm
to
yielding
start this
completely.
conversation with you. Satyan, the question to you is very clear. Is this a realization time for the AIADMK? The party is not where it was prior to 2016 when it could dictate terms, and perhaps the question that there will always be about Edappadi Palaniswamy's leadership as the alliance's chief ministerial candidate. Is that the way you see it? How do you see the comments of the Home Minister?
Yeah, good evening. So, since morning, once this Amit Shah interview flashed, DMK and their allies have jumped the gun and saying that, see, Amit Shah has not named EPS as the chief minister. Isn't it an admission from their side that MK Stalin is not going to be the chief minister? If I were to be on the sense that question doesn't arise because CM Stalin will be the CM is what my answer would be. Rather than giving that answer, DMK and the alliance are jumping the gun saying that, see, BJP has not named EPS as the chief minister. Then who will be the chief minister? It's a clear indication that the tides of fortune have changed towards AIDMK-led alliance. It is Mr. Amit Shah who made it very clear in the beginning when the alliance was formed that the ally is headed by our leader EPS. Under his leadership, where the alliance will work. And who is the CM face? There was no question about CM face is EPS. And the entire poll battle is going to be based on
that's very interesting,
elevating him as a CM face. So where does this question come that who will be the
Amit
CM?
Shah has made it
Will
very
there be a
clear in
change
the
of-
beginning as well. How does the DMK see this?
Your audio is not clear. So can you repeat the question?
Mr. Saravanan, the AIDMK is saying that Home Minister has made it very clear, not just now, even in the past, that it's EPS. What is your problem with the interview, and why do you think that he is in some ways undermining EPS?
Yeah, I think this whole debate is about something else. The real issue is what Mr. Amit Shah spoke about, the form of government, if at all they win. Mr. Amit Shah maintained that it was a coalition government. And there was a war of words in Twitter. And Mr. Y.K. Selvan from ADMK said, no, it won't be a coalition government. People in Tamil Nadu don't like coalition governments. They like only independent governments without any coalition. So that is the problem. See, this is a problem from day one of this alliance. This is not about the chief ministerial candidates. Whether every available opportunity, Mr. Amit Shah clearly maintaining that it is going to be a coalition government, and ADMK, there comes a pushback. Every time Mr. Amit Shah says there is a pushback, no, there cannot be a coalition government, it will be a ADMK government. So that is the problem. This is an alliance which is not
very
working
quickly, I just want to
any
interject
level.
and ask you a question. Saravanan,
Yes.
I just want to ask you a question. If the BJP is keeping its options open and manages to get TVK into their fold in the NDA, it could be a very difficult fight for the DMK.
No, see, how will it be a difficult fight? See, Mr. Vijay is claiming that BJP is an ideological opponent. You think people are going to support Mr. Vijay on his first electoral foray? Is going to double speak? Is going to betray the interest and welfare of the people of Tamil Nadu by supporting BJP? I don't think that's a possibility. We'll let him do it. We will be happy. See, 2019, when all these parties joined together and they fought the DMK combined, we had 52% vote share. In 2024, they did not join hands together. We had 48% vote share. When they all joined together, more the merrier. We'll sweep the elections.
Satyan, the insinuation of a coalition or the thought of a coalition could be a difficult thing for the AIADMK as it goes into a poll campaign. Very quick final word from you. Kovai Satyan.
Can you please repeat the question?
the talk
Yeah.
of a coalition can be detrimental for the AIDMK in an election campaign in a state like Tamil Nadu. Yes or no?
Well, that's a desperate narrative by DMK and allies. Let me tell you, 2021, we faced the assembly elections with BJP. BJP took 4 assembly seats. The entire behavioral pattern of assembly elections and parliamentary elections are not the same. It's totally different. And mind you, nobody has formed a third successive government in Tamil Nadu, barring our founder leader MGR from 77 to 87. We sought the mandate for the third time in 2021. You know, with how many number of votes we lost? With just barely 216,000 votes, we lost the 45 constituencies. We lost the votes with a marginal difference of 216. If we had taken 216, we would have been sitting on the government. And that's a show of DMK here. And let me tell you this data. DMK's vote bank has fallen by 6% in the last conducted assembly elections. If you take DMK 2019, it was 32.5. Now it is 26.75. So let's not chase beat that. No, we have grown larger in numbers and we are mightier. There are frictions. The frictions have started to come out and open in the DMK ally. And their ally partners are now seeking more seats with them. And yes, the friction is very evident and out and open.
Okay.
And their house is not in order. It's the clear signal. The political scenario and climate is fast changing in Tamil Nadu. Let's accept the fact.
Okay, so
And yes,
it's a house that's
the
not in
AIADMK
order.
was branded
It's a house
as an
that's not in order
untouchable party
versus
couple of
the
months
ruling
ago.
party that is also trying to fight anti-incumbency. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us on this broadcast.